On the edge of the Andrellis expanse, nestled among rusted starship hulls and drifting scrap, was a garage known as Lysa's Landing. The place was a legend in the Outer Rings, not for its size nor its gear, but for the woman who ran it, Lysa. Varn, a human mechanic with a reputation for fixing anything with a pulse drive and half a core. Lysa wasn't in it for the credits. She charged fairly, and often not at all. The locals, miners, drifters, smugglers protected her like a queen without a throne. One dust-drenched evening, just as the twin moons of Drival 4 began to rise, a battered shuttle limped into her airlock. Its hull was cracked, one engine, sparking dangerously, and the transponder flickered with a name in an unfamiliar alien script. Lysa stepped out in grease-stained overalls, wiping her hands with a rag. The hatch hissed open, and a tall, slender alien with iridescent skin stumbled out, clutching a wounded arm. "You're lucky you didn't vaporize mid-jump," Lysa muttered as she caught him. "No credits, no questions. Let's get you patched." Up first, the alien, who later introduced himself as Vorik, a trader from the Rimworld Kithrin systems, was shocked by her generosity. In his sector, help cost you everything. But Lisa wasn't like the rest of the galaxy. She worked on the ship for 4 days straight, rarely sleeping. Vorik tried to pay her in high-grade xenon crystals, even offered rare Kithrin weapon cores. She waved him off. "Just pay it forward," she said. "Or send someone decent my way who needs help." Vorik left quietly in the early morning hours, his ship flying smoother than it had in years. Lysa didn't think twice. 3 weeks passed. Business as usual. A few rogue pilots needing thermal regulation coils, a freighter captain with a faulty grav drive, and one adorable robot dog someone abandoned for chewing through cables. Then it happened. It began with a low tremor in the floor. Tools on the walls rattled. The air thickened. She stepped outside, blinking up at the sky. A massive shadow descended. A Kithrin Galactic cruiser, size of a city, bristling with energy turrets, hovered above the scrapyard. Her mouth went dry. "This is Lysa's Landing," she called through her comlink. "State your intent." The reply came not through the radio, but via a shimmering projection. A hologram of Vorik standing in ornate diplomatic robes. "Lysa Varn of Earth," he said, voice steady. "You once repaired the ship of a stranger for nothing." That act echoed farther than you know. Behind the projection, small crafts began to descend, not with weapons, but gift-stop pallets of ultra-refined plasma cells. State-of-the-art tools from across the galaxy. Kithrin grav tech modules never seen on human colonies. "On behalf of the High Circle of Kithra," Vorik continued, "we present these as thanks and a request." Lysa blinked. "Request? We are launching a multi-species coalition, peace-focused, and we need human ingenuity. We want you to lead our engineering cores." She laughed. "You want a backwater grease monkey in charge of starships? You fixed a foreign ship for free. That's rarer than quantum titanium. And," he added with a smile, "your repairs held during 3 pirate ambush and an atmospheric reentry." The projection vanished. A moment later, her garage doors burst open, and dozens of engineers from different worlds stepped in, all volunteers. Each one carried parts, scanners, modules. They treated her junkyard like sacred ground. Word spread fast across the colonies. Humans, often dismissed as chaotic newcomers, were now seen through a new lens. Not because of war, not because of conquest, but because one mechanic gave help without asking anything in return. By month's end, Lysa's Landing was no longer just a garage. It was a command hub, a training center, a symbol. The Galactic Coalition of Common Sense Engineering, Orcs. The Fixers, as locals called them, had their first leader. But Lysa, she still worked with a wrench in hand, still covered in grease, still refused payment from the desperate, because in the stars, what mattered most wasn't always firepower or fleet size. Sometimes it was a woman in a garage, willing to help.